Greetings, everybody, and welcome to a new segment of my channel that I'd like to get started, which is, I'm going to call Is This Classic Game Worth Getting? Basically, whenever I see a classic PlayStation game appear on the PSN or a virtual console game I've seen appear on the Wii U that I have in my collection and I played before and I have an opinion on, I want to express that opinion to you and tell you whether or not I think it's worth the money they want. I'm doing this because I have a lot of classic games, and I have done classic game reviews, but those don't always rate high on YouTube unless you're really great at doing a show around classic games. A lot of people just aren't into classic game reviews. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing classic game reviews. However, when I do have an opinion on a classic game, I think this would be a great time for me to express it because people will be actually looking for that info. So I'm going to be doing the Misadventures of Tron Bonne today. I'll also be talking a little bit about Mega Man and Bass. I don't have any video footage for it because I don't have the capture card for the GameCube hooked up to my computer right now, and I don't have time really to capture it, but I'll tell you my experience with that game as well. Alright, the Misadventures of Tron Bonne was released around, I think, 2000 for the PlayStation 1 and is a spin-off of the Mega Man Legends series. Now, IGN has a article that it's worth like $450 on eBay. Bullshit. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. It's bullshit. Now, if you had an unopened copy that included like the demo of Legends 2, I could see it going for that much, but a standard open copy of Misadventures of Tron Bonne is probably $20 at best. Still, $6 for this game is pretty good. If you've never played it, let me explain it to you. Basically, it stars Tron Bonne, which is sort of a villain of the Mega Man Legends, but not really. She's villain, love interest, and stalker to Mega Man Volnut. So basically, in this one, it is either a prequel or goes between the two games. I'm not quite sure. Tron Bonne's older brother and younger brother get kidnapped because they own a huge debt, and Tron now has to go out and repay the debt by doing simple mini games and chores. Most of these stages are pretty fun. The bank heists are pretty fun. The mine missions and the scouting for ore is pretty fun, and there's even some cool story elements to this game as well. The only area I don't think I liked was when you had to play this game where you had to lift up these crab boxes and try to put them in the ship. These stages here can be kind of annoying, but the rest of the stages are pretty fun. Overall, I did enjoy this game. It does get a little tedious towards the end when you start running out of missions to get money to pay the debt. But overall, it's pretty fun, and the story's pretty cute, and it's pretty funny. And it's got some really great voice acting for the 1990s.
What's going on, Diesel? What's happening?
I've run into a little trouble here, Tron.
As far as Mega Man and Bass, which is the second game, and it's the GBA version that's up on the Virtual Console. For those who don't know, Mega Man and Bass was actually originally a Super Famicom game that was actually released in Japan after Mega Man 8 for the PlayStation 1. We didn't get it until several years later on the GBA. It's kind of a shame they didn't import the original Super Famicom version. I would assume the Famicom version's screen, of course, isn't cropped, and you don't get some of the problems that you do get in these GBA ports with screen cropping problems, and that does happen in this game. For the most part, though, it's a fairly fun, really tough game. You got the option of playing as Mega Man, which plays like Mega Man did since Mega Man 4. He can slide and fire up a powered-up Buster and then collect enemy power-ups after he defeats an enemy. Or you can choose Bass, who kind of operates like he's got a machine gun. He can't really run and gun like Mega Man can. However, he can stop and point his gun in any direction and it fires really fast. He also has a few other power-up items that he can collect separate from Mega Man. It's, like I said, a really, really hard game. you have to have patience with this one, or you have to be using the emulator to cheat in order to beat Mega Man in Base. If you do have a heart for a really challenging classic game, Mega Man in Base is worth getting. However, if you're looking for something more on the lighter side, I would suggest getting another Mega Man game, because that one is really uber hard. So that's my opinion on those two games. I give both of them a high recommendation, although I do want to caution people on Mega Man and Base not to get it if you don't want a game that's really hard. Anyways, thank you for listening. This is Tommy the Keyblade Master signing out, and if you have any comments about these two games, feel free to leave them down below in the comments section.